Hey, you know what? This is the unknown with MP. Now, this particular topic, this particular question has been one that has worried many genuine ladies who have actually been confronted with questions like, what do you bring to the table? What do you offer to the table? And then sometimes genuinely they really want to know. And someone here is asking a question. This is not to say that they are not those ladies who sometimes get defensive when questions like this are asked. You see some ladies where if you just ask questions like, what do you bring to the table? They don't begin to pick on first because they really no get. And in order to make them look on project their emptiness to you. They'll come begin sound defensive, say, what do you mean by that? I do this, a woman will go to labor for you, a woman will do this, a woman will cook for you, I'll be emotionally there for you. All those things, forgetting that there are other persons who can also offer those things even better than them. But here is Reverend Sam Oye, genuinely, intelligently answering these questions for ladies. So ladies, watch this. Guys, share this to your friends, female friends, to your babes, if necessary, to your wives, and particularly to your sisters if you really care about them. Send this to them. Let's watch.
Okay.
Then, talking about what will you bring to the table, I remember I met a guy during my youth service.
Okay.
So on our first date, this guy asked me, hey, what are you bringing to the table? I was just looking at myself like, table, which table? I was just the copper like, this guy is okay. I looked at him, you're okay, you have a good job, you are everything, you're Yoruba angel and everything, but which table are you talking about? I'm just the copper, I'm just earning 19,000, I don't have anything to offer you, like, I don't know what he meant by that.
Okay.
So I want to ask you that, any of us that is in that situation, maybe we are meeting a new guy, or if a guy is asking us, what are you bringing to the table?
Okay.
What should our reply be?
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so what do you bring to the table? So that it's not money. And first of all, if a guy talks about what you bring to the table, tell him to tell you what the table is. Is that okay? Because if you have no table, I'm bringing, what should I bring to the table you don't have? So when we're talking about table, it's metaphor. It's a metaphorical statement. It simply means to this my vision, to what I want to accomplish, to my dream, to my life, everything I've told you I want to accomplish. I'm called to be a professor. I'm going to be a politician. I'm going to be very successful. I'm going to be running a conglomerate. I'll be having a Fortune 500 company. I've told you my vision, right? So I haven't told you about my Fortune 500 company dream, how I'm going to travel around the world, how I'm going to have 3 kids, and how I'm going to build a great house. I'm going to have a house on top of the water. Another one will be inside the water. So, so all those stuff, and we're going to have one house in the skies. As I've told you, all those stuff. I've already set my table, okay? So what I'm asking you now is, so this table, what do you bring? And it's not money. It's not money. Oh, sweetheart, I noticed that you have so many things you want to do. One of the things that I have is organizational skills. Sister, whenever they talk about table, that's when you talk about skills. That's when you talk about competence. That's when we now see, that's when you will now know why. Can I be very raw with you? You will now know why God, you know me, I'm very practical to you guys. You will now know why God put brain here first, and then God put mind, chest, heart here first, before God gave us vagina and penis down here. You see, because many of us, the only thing we have is penis on the head. Is that okay? Because that's what some guys have. The only thing they're talking about is just sex. The penis is on the head. Is that okay? No, before you talk of penis, can we talk about head? What do you have? What's your vision? And for a lady, it's not vagina. Vagina is down. Is that okay? What do you have? Upstairs. So that's when you talk about competence. I'm sorry, I've seen your dream, I've seen your vision, and I've seen you talking about this you want to do. I think we can, one of the things I can do is organizational skill. I can help you arrange your vision, and I think I'm also very strategic in terms of how we are going to accomplish it. That's something I'm very good at. And then when it comes to generating fundings, I can do that. And then of course the products you want to create, leave that for me for marketing. That's my special area of skill. That's what you bring to the table. That's what you bring to the table. You make statements like, you know, I'm a powerful social butterfly, and I notice that you are somebody who you are very good at coming up with your vision, but I see that you don't have a lot of network. You don't have a lot of network. I have the power to connect with people, so you don't worry about this vision. I'm going to get this vision into the hands of many people. I'm a traveler, and because I travel a lot, I know you're going to be sitting down creating, inventing. I'm going to get what you are creating and inventing. I'm going to get it to the nations of the earth, because I'm a traveler, Meniola. I move everywhere. When the guy hears that what I have and I'm going to create, will go beyond here to the nations through this woman. You're a woman of value. You become an indispensable person to the person. See, when we talk about what you bring to the table, find something the man does not have. It must be something. If you're going to be valuable to the man, it must be something that the man will need you for. Something that makes you special, and something that makes you stand out from other women. Because if it is breast, another woman has it. Whatever you have is vagina, another woman has it. What makes you stand out? And trust me, we have entered the century whereby the only thing that will make you stand out, you are beautiful, another woman is beautiful. In fact, you'll meet a woman more beautiful than you are. Are you catching what I'm saying? Chain and sex, you can climb pole and somersault from pole. You will meet women who are somersaulting without poles. They are flipping. So if it is that one, you have it, they have it. See, what will make you different, what will make you stand out, is what most women are not developing. Because most investment of women in this century is down here. Is it okay? And most of them is not even beyond the externals of this chest. It's the breast, push here, pad up, and all of that. Hey, but if you can develop passion, if you can develop strategic thinking abilities, when a man is talking, I say, sweetheart, have you been able to put your plans? Have you been able to put your plan into strategic plans? He said, what's that? Oh no, there's something called strategic planning. Don't worry, I'll take care of all of that for you. And in terms of goal setting, and in terms of your objectives, what are your clear objectives? Sweetheart, look, I don't know all this is. All I know is that I have a vision. Is that okay? Okay, don't worry, sweetheart, I can break everything down. Do you have your core ideology? How do you want to register the company? What's going to be your competitive advantage? Okay, sweetheart, look, don't let me overwhelm you. See, those are the things you will get from me that you'll not get in the other girl, Rashidat. I bring this to the table. We have entered into that century whereby it will no longer be what everybody has that will make you stand out. It is what you have that others don't have. And if others have it, you are not many. It now makes those of you that have it to be very scarce. I'm telling you this. Every man wants to succeed. And trust me, sex is no longer going to be a reason why a man will marry again. Because it can be gotten without being married. I can get it anywhere and pay for it. What I want to marry you for is my destiny, my vision. So what are you bringing to the table? And you'll like, give us an idea, market yourself now. So I have this, I'm a guy with a big vision, big dream, and you'll like, tell me what you bring to the table.
You know what, sir? Just give me time. I'll go and
I appreciate that. Go and know those things. Very important. Is that okay? Find your core competence. Find your skills. I hope everybody is hearing me now. Trust me, when you start speaking the language of difference, you have established your relevance.
Now, he spoke from two different angles, which was that there must be a table first before there should be something to be offered to that particular table. And this one goes to the guys, meaning that there must be something that this particular guy has also, that he's needing for you now to contribute your own quarter to that same table, to uplift that table from the position it is now to somewhere upward, and he's taking it higher. You get? Now, this is where most ladies already, sometimes they already know these things even before they accept a guy for a relationship. You see some ladies making some recent statements these days, like, I was with him when he had nothing, and then now he don't get and I don't forget me. You forgot that while you were with him, you saw prospect before you stayed with him. One of the reasons why you stayed back with him was because you saw prospect, you saw him going somewhere. But if you should give you the opportunity to ask, did he really see anything you contributed to him or impacted in him while he was still struggling? You understand? At his lowest moment, what were you adding to the table? Apart from the other basic things that you know that other ladies can also offer him, or what are you contributing to his life that is making him different or that has contributed to his growth? This is not also to say that there are no guys whom girls have contributed for, or ladies have contributed for, or ladies have supported all through their life, and then at the end of the day, they will leave them. But let's speak for those other cases where the guy is also struggling. The lady is saying that this guy is struggling, but intellectually, there is really nothing she's contributing. Okay, this guy has a part. Sometimes they will even tell you, okay, this is what I do for a living, this is where I'm heading, this is my vision in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, this is where I want to be. Now that is where you should come into. Now say, okay, now this is where you're going, this is what I can contribute. In most cases, guys these days, and which is why sometimes you see a guy who has been with you, sometimes you have gone past the talking stage, and then at the end of the day, he no really come push further again. Or sometimes you guys have been together, you've even gone intimate, and then he's not pushing further again in the relationship. That's because he's no longer seeing the value or seeing something you're also putting up to the table, because he is looking out for those things that he is lacking. He's hoping to meet them in you. That is where partnership comes in. That is where the true companionship comes in. He's hoping to see that you can fill in the gap he's unable to fill. And that's why sometimes these days, for me, I see relationship these days as transactional. Guys are looking for what this person can offer me so that we can both grow together. Ladies are looking for what this person can also offer me. Sometimes socially, can I brag with this person in public? Can I move out or work out with this particular person? Can I be with this person and be proud of myself that I am with this particular person? Same thing goes for the guys too. So that's why sometimes these days I see it as transactional. Yes, because they are both looking for true companionship. And that's the reason why in most cases you will see some men who marry girl when not really too fine. You don't really to get the physical attribute as some ladies would think, because some will say, which men this is really want. You will see men who are going for those ladies who do not really have those physical attributes, like all the things and necessary things that some of them think men are actually looking out for. And you see them very happy, very cheerful, and very excited going into marriage with such persons because this person has it upstairs. So I believe this question has been answered. This is the Unknown with MP. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to this channel.